this time we will be discussing the first unit of the organic chemistry syllabus for the BSc first year, which is based on the structure and bonding. In the previous episode, we discussed about the concepts of delocalized chemical bonding, resonance and their application for the conjugated systems such as 1,3-butadiene and benzene and other compounds. Now, in this episode, we will be learning the electronic displacements in the molecule, which can be understood with the help of mesomeric effect, its application, resonating structures of the phenol, phenoxydiene and then its relation with the acidity of the phenol and various other reactivity phenomenon. First of all, we will be discussing the mesomeric effect, which is very important effect for understanding the reactivity and mechanism of the benzene and their derivatives. The generation of centers of low and high electron density in conjugated system as a result of phenomenon of resonance is called mesomeric effect. So, mesomeric effect is nothing but extension or application of resonance. This effect may be defined as the permanent effect in which pi electrons are transferred from a multiple bond to an atom or from a multiple bond to a single covalent bond, or it may be movement of lone pair of electrons from an atom to the adjacent single covalent bond. This effect can be classified as plus M effect and minus M effect. It is called plus M when the transference of electron pair is away from that atom, and it is called minus M when transference of electron pair is towards the atom. So, when it is electron withdrawing group, it is minus M effect, and when it is electron donating group, it is called plus M effect. Example of the plus M effect group, or we can say electron donating groups, are chloro, bromo, iodo, amino, secondary amino, hydroxyl, methoxy and thiol. And in case of electron withdrawing or minus M effect group, nitro, cyano, carbonyl and all the derivatives of the carbonyl falls under this category, like carboxylic acid, ester, aldehyde and ketone. Now, what are the plus M effect group and why they are called plus M effect group? For example, any electron donating group is present in conjugation of this benzene ring. This will be donating the electron pair towards this bond, and here we will be getting a new pi bond formation. At the same time, valency of this carbon will be disturbed. So, one of the pi bond present here will open up and these electron will be shifted here. In the next step, this lone pair of electron will be shifted here and this will be giving a new pi bond here. And here again a pi bond moves at this position. A negative charge arises here. After that, this lone pair of electron will move from here and will be converted to the pi bond. So, it is basically conversion of lone pair to a bond pair and then conversion of bond pair to a lone pair. So, in this fashion all the resonance phenomenon takes place and this group behaves as a plus M effect group. This amino group is an example of plus M effect group, or we can say electron donating group. Here we can see that lone pair of electron present on the nitrogen atom is moving here and it is being converted to the bond pair. Simultaneously, this bond pair of electron present in the pi bond is moving and it is being converted to the lone pair. So, this is basically conversion of lone pair to the bond pair and bond pair to the lone pair, which is actually happening in all these resonating structures. And overall, this amino group behaves as plus M effect or electron donating group. And we can see here centers of the positive and negative charge are being generated throughout the molecule. But overall, molecule remains same, electrically neutral. Another example of plus M effect group is hydroxyl group. Oxygen atom, as we know that it possesses two lone pair of electron. When this hydroxyl group is present in conjugation with this aromatic system, then one of the lone pair will move towards this direction and this will be converted to the bond pair. At the same time, this bond pair present in the form of pi bond will move from here and it will be converted to the lone pair here. In the same way, this will proceed further and a new pi bond is being formed here and negative charge comes here. In the same way, it will progress and we can see from these resonating structures that overall these structures are electrically neutral. In some of the structure, oxygen carries plus charge like here and here also, and in the benzene ring this negative charge is moving. Now, this is the example of minus M effect group which falls under the category of electron withdrawing group. Carbonyl is considered to be the very important example for the minus M effect group. When this carbonyl is present in conjugation with this carbon-carbon double bond, here we can see this is carbonyl group, here this is the one single bond, then again double bond. So, carbonyl is present in conjugation with the carbon-carbon double bond. This oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. So, pi electrons will be attracted towards the more electronegative oxygen and here we will be getting a new negative charge or lone pair of electron. Since this carbon now becomes electron deficient, this will be attracting loosely bound pi electrons from here and a new pi bond is being formed here and a plus charge will be generated here. So, here again we can see the generation of plus charge and negative charge in these structures, and overall this is the resonating hybrid. This is the delocalized pi MO which is being formed. Another important example of minus M effect group is the nitrobenzene. Here we can see same nitrogen which was behaving as an electron donating group when it is present in the form of amino group in case of aniline. Now, this nitrogen when this is bonded to the oxygen, it is behaving as an electron withdrawing group minus M effect group. Why it is happening? Because here this nitrogen is bonded to more electronegative oxygen atom and here pi electrons are present which are loosely bound. So, these pi electrons will move from here to this oxygen atom and negative charge arises here. Now, this nitrogen atom will become electron deficient and it will simultaneously attract the loosely bound pi electron from the benzene ring. So, a double bond arises here and electron deficient center will be generated here. Now, we can see how this plus charge will be attracting this loosely bound pi electron towards itself and a new plus charge is being generated here. In the next structure we can see. So, this will proceed in this way and pi bond will be moving throughout the benzene ring and this plus charge we can see on the different location, it is here and now it is here. So, overall nitro group we can see that it behaves as a electron withdrawing minus M effect group. Now, another important example for the electron withdrawing group is of benzaldehyde. This is again carbonyl group. As we discussed earlier also, this carbonyl group behaves as electron withdrawing group because of the presence of this more electronegative oxygen atom bonded to the carbon atom. So, this will attract the loosely bound pi electron from here and we will get a negative charge here. Then this will attract pi electron from the benzene ring since this pi bond is in conjugation with this. So, we will get a positive charge center here. Now, this plus charge will naturally attract the pi electrons from here, and then in this way we can see that plus charge is moving from this position to this position, which is called para position. This position is called ortho position, and here it is reaching to the again ortho position. Now, what are the applications of this mesomeric effect? This effect is very helpful in understanding low reactivity of vinyl and aryl halide. Why these compounds are low reactive? We can see here this vinyl chloride is having lone pair of electron on chlorine atom. These lone pair are in conjugation with this pi bond. So, they can be easily delocalized over this system and we will be getting a new resonating structure here. Since this mesomeric effect is making this molecule extra stability, it will not be reactive. Here we can see chlorobenzene also. Here again chlorine, it possesses the lone pair of electron in conjugation with this system, this aromatic system. So, in the same way as we have discussed in case of aniline or phenol, these lone pair of electrons will be delocalized over the whole benzene ring. We can see here how minus charge is changing its position and we are getting plus charge on the chlorine atom. Since this chlorine atom is capable of showing these 4 resonating structures, this will be extra stable. Hence, it will be less reactive. Now, high reactivity of allyl and benzyl halide can also be explained with the help of this mesomeric effect. High reactivity means bond breaking and formation of new bond. Here we can see this is the example of allyl bromide. If we want to consider its reactivity, we will have to break this carbon-bromine bond. When this bond is being broken, then we are getting allyl cation. Since this allyl cation is resonance stabilized, this allyl cation will be more stable than original allyl bromide. Hence, this compound will have a tendency to break this bond and become reactive. In the same way, we can take the example of benzyl halide, where we can see this bond is being broken and we are getting this resonance stabilized benzyl carbonium ion. Here we can see this benzyl carbonium ion is much more stable than original benzyl halide. So, it will be very easy to break this bond and this compound will show its reactivity. Acidity of the carboxylic acid can be understood with the help of tendency to dissociate into the proton. If it is being easily dissociated into the resulting carboxylate ion and giving proton, it will be more acidic. So, to compare relative stability of the carboxylate anion being formed and the original carboxylic acid, here again resonance plays its role. We can see with the help of resonance that this carboxylic acid is resonance stabilized and this resulting carboxylate anion is also resonance stabilized. But here we are getting a positive charge on the oxygen atom, which is an electronegative atom. So, these two structures will be less stable in comparison of these two. where we are not getting any positive charge on oxygen atom. So, carboxylic acid will have a tendency to get dissociated into this carboxylate ion and give the proton, which is responsible for the acidic behavior. Relative strength of acidic character of phenol and alcohol. This can be compared with the help of mesomeric effect. Here we can see if phenol is acidic, then it will have to be dissociated in this way. So, it is the relative stability of the phenoxide ion and phenol which will decide that whether it will be dissociating into proton or not. Here we can see the various resonating structures which arise because of the presence of plus M effect of the OH group, and here also we can see the various resonating structures of the phenoxide ion. If we compare only the number of resonating structures to consider the relative stability, we will find that both are showing the same number of resonating structures. But the only difference is that here we are getting plus charge on the oxygen atom, here also and here also. Oxygen is electronegative element, and here we are not getting any positive charge on the oxygen atom. Second factor is the charge separation. Here we are getting plus charge and minus charge both on the same molecule. Here again we are getting plus minus. Here also we are getting plus minus charge. So, for the charge separation you will be needing extra energy, and these structures will become less stable in comparison of these structures which are not having any plus and minus charge on the same molecule. So, in this way we can understand that why phenoxide ion is more stable than phenol, and hence phenol will have a tendency to get dissociated into phenoxide ion and release proton, and thus it is capable of showing acidic behavior. Now, coming to understand the acidic behavior of alcohol, which is also having the same OH group present in it. Here, if this bond is being broken easily, it is giving H plus ion, but here we can see that no resonance phenomenon takes place. In fact, R group shows plus I effect, which makes this less stable in comparison of alcohol. So, it will not have any tendency to get dissociated into alkoxide ion and thus release the proton, which is responsible for the acidic behavior. Now, we can compare the basic character of the ethyl amine and aniline also with the help of resonance concept. Here we can see the ethyl amine. On aniline also we are having a lone pair of electron present on the nitrogen atom, and in ethylamine also we are having a lone pair of electron present on the nitrogen atom. Here C2H5 group, which shows electron releasing effect, and thus in this way it is making these lone pair of electron more available for the donation, and hence its basic character will be increased. But here this NH2 group, which is being bonded to a aromatic system, and it is showing the plus R effect. Now, these lone pair of electron are not that much available as they are available in case of ethylamine. These lone pair of electron, we can see they are being delocalized over the benzene ring, and minus charge is moving from this position to this position and finally on this position. So, overall this aniline will be less basic because here lone pair of electrons are less available for the donation as they were available in case of ethylamine. Now, we can further compare the basic strength of ethylamine with the acetamide. This ethylamine as we had discussed in the last slide, that it is showing only the plus I effect and making this more basic. In case of acetamide, this amino group is in conjugation with this carbonyl group. Hence, these lone pair are being delocalized from here to here. So, they are less available for the donation and hence it shows less basic character in comparison of the ethylamine. This resonance effect plays an important role in dipole moment also. As we can see, in case of this simple molecule which does not show any resonance effect, direction of the dipole moment is from carbon to chlorine, here like this. But in case of vinyl chloride which shows resonance effect, direction of the dipole moment is reversed, because chlorine possesses lone pair of electron and these lone pair of electrons are in conjugation with the pi bond. So, direction of the dipole moment due to plus R effect of chlorine gets reversed. Another example we can see here, case of nitrobenzene. Here direction of dipole moment is from carbon to nitro, and in case of para amino nitrobenzene, we can further see that direction of the dipole moment due to plus R effect is also same, from carbon to nitrogen. Here we can see that amino group is donating electrons towards benzene ring, and in this way it is increasing the dipole moment in the same direction. It is reinforcing in the same direction. This is very important example for the application of the resonance effect. This is the migration of isolated double bond to give conjugated double bond. Here we can see that this double bond is present in isolation. Here this is the single bond, this is again single bond. But in presence of a base, rearrangement takes place. This pi bond moves from here to here, we can see here. Now this pi bond is present in conjugation with this pi bond. So this rearrangement is taking place because we know that resonance stabilized structures are more stable, and here we can see that pi bond is in conjugation with another pi bond. So resonance is possible. In this structure there are two single bonds in between, so pi bond is isolated pi bond, so there will not be any resonance possible. In this episode, we learnt about various concepts dealing with mesomeric effect, which groups can be plus M effect group, which can be minus M effect group, what will be their effect on the reactivity of the organic compound, what will be the products form, their orientation, their chemistry, how we can understand the role of various mesomeric effect group in predicting the reactivity of any compound. In the next episode, we will learn about the concepts of electromeric effect, which is a temporary effect, and inductive effect, which is a permanent effect, and their applications.